Is the metaverse going to change our lives? Are people very excited about it? In this video, let's try to experience and understand what metaverse is. You will be able to travel not just to any place, but also to any time. Ancient Rome, for example. Frozen with Elsa and Anna, being able to experience living with Elsa and Anna. Can you imagine? The idea of the metaverse is that we have always been moving towards more and more interesting mediums of communication. We have gone from text to photos to videos. The metaverse is the next step in the evolution of the internet, and it's a world that you're not just looking at through a screen, but that you're actually inside of. You can do anything you can think of right now, from shopping to talking to your friends to watching videos on YouTube. And in the time it takes you to just snap your fingers, you could be doing that thing through virtual and augmented reality. That's Meta's vision of the metaverse. This is indeed very ambitious and cool. Meta is investing heavily to get as many people as possible to be a part of the metaverse. There are many benefits for sure. In one evening, you could be doing things that are not even possible in games today. Maybe you will be fighting with an AI monster. You can surf across the Bahamas. And then play chess on the streets of New York, all with the feeling of incredible reality and the sense that you're right in your living room. It's very nice to know that you'll be able to say what you want through your avatar. You already have a profile picture for your social media profiles, which is what other people see when they look at them. It's not just an image in the metaverse. You'll have an avatar, which is a fully three-dimensional living depiction of you. You can be any gender you want, you can be any race, and you can be any fancy creature you want. In the long run, your avatar will look almost real like you see here. When it comes to flying, I have always wanted to be able to teleport because I don't like being stuck in traffic jams. Who likes to be stuck in traffic jams? In the metaverse, each person will have their own home space where they can invite people to just show up. Wait, what? Yeah, the teleportation will be like clicking a link in your browser right now, and it will be almost instant. If you compare that to the idea of real teleportation, where you feel like you disappear and show up in another world, I think this will be a demo of that, but all virtual. So why not just move to the metaverse? If all interactions are going to be virtual, there's no point in moving anywhere, right? In real life, a person with a disability might be in a wheelchair, but in the metaverse, you might be able to fly virtually. And if you like this video, you might want to subscribe to my channel to make me feel delighted. With our virtual reality headsets, we would rather stay at home and not go anywhere. Traveling will speed up a lot as well. But it's not just travel that will speed up a lot. You could learn about anything in the world just by bringing it closer to you. You will be able to obtain information about anything, for example, the solar system, in a more visual, interactive way that we have never seen before. This is really cool. As long as you have a headset or glasses, you will be able to look up schematics for studying, or maybe even the service manual for a car you're learning how to fix. Let's say you're a medical student or a doctor and you want to learn more about how to treat people. You can learn new surgical techniques and practice until you get them right. Think about it this way. A lot of us work from home now. The metaverse is going to make us even more productive. People would still work remotely in the metaverse, but it could also mean that you could always be in the best work environment for you. Now, whether that's surrounded by colleagues or completely alone, whether you're in an office, in outer space, or on a magical beach, as you just like the sound of the waves. It's entirely up to you. What's stunning here is our voices, gestures, and even our thoughts will be used in the metaverse. We will be able to make things happen by thinking about them. Meta is working on electromyographic or EMG input devices right now that can detect and intercept the impulses in your nerves, the signals that your brain sends to your fingers when you think about moving them, and translate those signals into actions in a virtual space. In other words, you'll be able to send a message to someone by just thinking about moving your fingers. You won't even need to move them. To make all of this easy, Meta is coming out with a headset called Cambria next year. It's supposed to solve two of the biggest problems with virtual reality headsets. It will be comfortable and the resolution is close enough to that of your eyes. You won't feel like wearing a headset, but it will track your facial expressions in real time, which if done right, will allow you to have real-life body language in a virtual space. Meta is building a store inside of it called Horizon Marketplace, which is not just them selling us things, but a place where anyone can sell things. You could make virtual clothes, or you could make a new virtual experience and charge people to try it. You're not limited by what you can get your hands on, only your imagination and your ability to code and create. I'm sure that every forward-thinking brand will make sure that they have a presence here. Because if we spend all our time in the metaverse, that's where we will buy things too, right? Cryptocurrency will be used for this, as crypto can verify the authenticity over virtual goods, or in other words, it really has the systems in place to be able to trace the ownership of them. So honestly, this whole metaverse thing has a pretty great sales pitch. The capability to be together with anyone, to be able to teleport to anywhere, to be able to create and experience anything, but it's also scary at the same time. Facebook has had a bad history with how it handled user data in the past, but that's from a time when we were still a little bit apart from our digital selves. In the case where we become our digital self, where our profiles are not just a few holiday photos that we choose to share, but literally everything we do in this metaverse, we are going to have to put a whole new level of trust into a company that doesn't exactly demonstrate transparency. Come on, you wouldn't even give access to information such as your thoughts and gestures to your family, but this is a future where you could give it to Meta. That's what we did when Facebook came. Moderation in something as complex and as open as the metaverse will be a very tough task for Meta. I would say the next generation of social media is called metaverse. In this process, you will experience the highs and lows of immersive shared experiences like never before. But you'll also see misinformation that's more convincing and activities that are more addictive. It's being marketed as a supplement to our real lives, but I can't see a world where it wouldn't become a part of our lives. You won't be able to just take off your headset and live a normal life when something like this exists around you. In a way, the metaverse is an artificial universe where you can press a few keys and have whatever you desire appear before you in a digital form. We talk about driverless cars and hyper-connected cities, but if the metaverse takes over, we won't need cars. We will need people with ideas and people who know how to turn those ideas into virtual reality. It's not a matter of if we will get there or how we will get there. The metaverse is already here and will only continue to evolve towards what the company Meta is talking about. The metaverse is not just a Facebook thing. It's the universe that all of these large digital companies are spending tens of billions of dollars into building together. I think it's inevitable, and Facebook is merely the first one to announce it. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.